Now this day actually starts in Montreal, where we had just traveled across Canada from Vancouver, through the Canadian Rockies, into the prairies, arriving in downtown Toronto and into Montreal by train, where we would pop out of Montreal Central Station and spend 4 nights inside Canada's last Grand Railway Hotel, the Chateau Champlain, better known as a cheese grater for its distinctive design. And 4 days later, after checking out, we would walk through the underground city back into Montreal Central Station, and after a few Americanos too many in the business lounge, we would board our train, watch the Montreal skyline fade into the distance, and 2 hours later, we would arrive into the nation's capital at Ottawa Station. And after a short 15-minute Uber ride into downtown, we would arrive at the Chateau Laurier, head inside, through the stunning grand lobby, up to the 4th floor for the Fairmont Gold check-in, where this would be our fixed address for the next 3 nights.
Decent. Not bad at all. All right. Ooh. Oh, wow. Look at that picture.
The picture is a chocolate.
This is chocolate?
Yeah.
Can you eat it?
Yeah.
I love a little train track, too.
So cute.
If this is the first episode in this series that you're tuning into, first off, welcome, but also this trip is for Bella's birthday, and I gotta tip my hat to the Chateau Laurier team, because of all the railway hotels that we have stayed at so far, this surprise chocolate postcard package definitely takes the taco for being the most impressive. Later that day, we would head down to the Rideau Canal, and listen, I'm born in Winnipeg, so when I found out that it was a beautiful -20 day in Ottawa, with almost no wind, I was absolutely tickled pink to skate on the world's famous Rideau Canal. And when Bella and I stumbled upon this ice tricycle, I mean, come on, this was an absolute no-brainer to do. And while I got an absolute workout chugging down the canal, Bella was enjoying the scenery of the chateau, the canal, and Confederation Park above us, at least until I got tired and we had to turn back. Oh.
You know what time it is.
Cannonball!
After that, we would head back to the hotel and grab some lunch, where Bella would get the red apple and pear salad. I got the French onion soup, an absolute staple on a good lunch menu, including the chocolate mousse that we got to celebrate her birthday, and all, of course, were absolutely fantastic. But earlier in the afternoon, I picked up a few postcards that they sell inside the cafe, because the hotel still operates daily mail service here. And although from 1960 onward, passenger service was pretty much unprofitable, the railways were still Canada's major mail carrier, and it was really the only thing keeping private passenger service afloat until they lost the contract in 1972, where 6 years later they would dissolve all passenger service into what we now know today as Via Rail Canada. But Royal Mail is still alive and well here at the Chateau, so I wrote back to my mom in Winnipeg to let her know how much she means to me first off, and also how excited I am to take her to Quebec's castle at the Chateau Frontenac in a few weeks for some quality mother-son time, which is much overdue. But whether you're traveling across Canada by train, staying at one of Canada's Grand Railway hotels, or just writing a postcard from the hotel to somebody you love, this entire experience is an absolute time machine. So after 3 nights, we would check out of the hotel, out of downtown Ottawa, into the Ottawa airport, back home. And at the end of the day, this is just another stop in my series across Canada to stay at as many of the Grand Railway hotels as possible, but the Chateau Laurier is special. And if Charles Melville Hayes were alive today, he'd probably be absolutely appalled with what is happening with the current state of Canadian passenger service. But inside the Chateau Laurier, I believe he would be beyond delighted to see what they've done today, from Chef David and his team producing the best dining experience I've had to date, to some great date ideas, including one of the British's most well-known traditions, afternoon tea, the cooking class that Chef offers, the endless outdoor activities along the canal, the staff that make this place feel like a family-owned and operated hotel with friendly service and luxury on offer here inside the Fairmont Gold Lounge. The Chateau Laurier is more than just a hotel, it is a portal to the past, and if you're in Ottawa, don't just admire the castle from the outside, come and experience an integral portion of Canadian history from within.